A noble girl reached over the tall fence and slipped a letter into my hand, eyes scanning nervously.
Take it and go before anyone sees you. Tell him I love him.
I nodded and dashed into the alley. Hi, I'm Ellen, 18, and I'm what people call a go-between. I carry handwritten love letters between people from different classes who aren't allowed to speak. Don't forget, like and subscribe. In 1970s Europe, class was a wall you weren't allowed to climb over. I knew I was safe when I saw our tiny rundown house. Papa was there, wrapped in his old blanket. He couldn't see and could barely walk, but some always knew when I came home. I dropped a few coins into the jar beside him. Today's earnings, enough for food and school fees. I was going to school tomorrow. The next morning I rushed onto the school bus, heading straight for the last empty seat. But before I could sit down, a noble girl slid right into it.
No more seats. We're leaving now.
Everyone turned to stare. I instinctively stepped back.
She saw the seat first. That's not fair.
A girl stepped forward to defend me. The other girl looked away and the driver kept rushing us. It's fine, I will walk.
Then I'm walking with you. They're so stuck up.
As the bus drove off, I finally looked at her properly. She was gorgeous and elegant.
I'm Celeste. Pretty sure we're gonna be late.
Not a chance. I knew this town better than anyone thanks to my secret job. Celeste was stunned as I pulled her through shortcut after shortcut. I run secret love letters. I'm a go-between.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
You can't tell anyone.
Cross my heart.
After that, I had a real friend. Celeste waited for me at the corner every morning. We never took the bus again. One afternoon as we passed a bakery, Celeste's stomach suddenly growled so loud that her face turned bright red. Wanna come to my place? My crooked little house appeared through the fog. Papa sat by the fire, the soup pot gently bubbling. That's my papa. He's blind and can't walk anymore, but his soup is magic.
Lovely to meet you, sir.
A kind heart. Thank you for being Ellen's friend.
We had a simple dinner, but Celeste devoured it like she hadn't eaten in days.
The food at home isn't nearly this good.
I felt happy. Maybe she had it even worse than I did. There was something that tied us to empathy. One afternoon I saw a boy from the poor district holding a wrinkled letter, looking nervous.
I don't know what to write. She means everything to me.
I read the shaky lines, pulled out my pencil, and helped him out. When I finished, his eyes lit up.
Ellen, you're a genius.
As always, when night fell, I met the noble girl by the tall fence. I had just passed her the letter when a flashlight beamed right into my face.
Hey, what's going on there?
Run, Ellen.
And I ran. Voices echoed through the narrow streets. I turned a sharp corner, but the fog was thick, so I got lost. Dead end. A massive iron gate stood ahead, slightly open. I slipped through, and just like that, I was in a giant garden, a mansion taller than a chapel. Footsteps got closer. Torches. They were right behind me.
Ellen, what are you doing here?
She motioned for silence and pulled me inside.
You're safe now. This is my house.
It hit me all at once, like a wave. Celeste was a noble. Then,
Who is this? You should have told me before bringing strangers home.
must have been her father. His voice was cold and strict. I panicked and pulled away from her. I'd shown her everything. My papa, my life, my world. She ate our thin soup and said it was the best thing she'd ever tasted. Was that a lie? I felt small and foolish. How could I ever think we were the same? Even her stables were probably bigger than my entire home.
Are you upset, Ellen? What's wrong?
Nothing, Papa. I wiped my tears and sat next to him by the fire. I'd made a fool of myself, and now all I felt was empty. After that, I tried to avoid Celeste, but strangely, she stopped coming to school too. And somehow I found myself walking down that familiar street toward her house. I stood quietly at the corner, staring at the tall iron gate. Celeste, the daughter of the family that owned half the town. And there she was. She dressed differently now, elegant, wealthy. I took a step back as the gate opened and her father walked out.
I'm glad you agreed to go back to private school. No more distractions from the lower class. You belong with your own kind now.
Celeste didn't respond. She looked blank, almost caught me staring.
I've also arranged for you to study abroad.
I already did what you asked. I went back to private school. What more do you want?
You're not like them. That girl, she only dragged you down.
We're all human. What makes us so different?
I heard a sharp slap. I didn't need to look. My whole body went numb as I turned and walked away, leaving that mansion gate behind. Celeste and we'd never been further apart. I sat in the soft grass, staring at the ripples on the water, pretending I didn't feel like screaming.
I saw you. Please don't go.
She sat beside me, one cheek still red. Are you okay?
Don't worry about it. Listen, Ellen, you're my friend. I never wanted to hurt you. I was gonna tell you.
I get it. And your dad, he's just trying to protect you, right? It's not like we get to choose anything anyway.
We'll still be friends. Secret ones, okay? We won't let anyone split us apart.
Secret friends?
Secret friends.
I kept delivering letters, and I felt like it was my mission to bring hearts together, no matter how hard it got. I handed him her reply. His whole face lit up reading her neat handwriting.
Thank you, Ellen. You have no idea what this means to me.
I saw tears roll down his cheeks.
She said she'll wait for me. She gave up her arranged marriage.
She actually did that?
Yeah, she gave up a wealthy fiancé her father picked out. She's waiting for me.
I'm so happy for you. Their love, it was stronger than everything that tried to tear them apart. It was worth fighting for. I skipped down the familiar path, Heartlight. The fog had started to lift. And that's when I saw him. Papa, why was you outside?
There you are. Thank goodness you're okay.
What happened? Someone showed up behind me. It's a whole group of people leading them. With Celeste's dad, his face cold and stern, like a block of ice. And then I saw her, the noble girl behind all those love letters. She looked heartbroken, like she'd been crying for hours.
Is this the girl?
She didn't answer, just stared at the ground.
She's the one who carried those letters, isn't she?
Please, it was me. It was all my fault.
I never imagined she was Celeste's cousin.
Do what you need to do.
Please don't take her. She didn't do anything wrong. I'll study abroad. Whatever you want. Just let them go. Ellen, promise me. Swear he'll never, ever come looking for me again.
My heart cracked. If I wanted to protect Papa and survive, I had to choose.
Ellen!
I promise. He pulled her away. We didn't even get to say goodbye. Years passed. I never saw Celeste again. I quit being a go-between. After Papa passed away, I focused on school and moved to another country. Now I'm a literature teacher at a private academy. Life, it's getting better. One afternoon, I got the usual letter from the boy at the corner. He's made a name for himself now. They're about to welcome their first baby, that noble girl. She kept her promise. They did it. They really won. The noise outside snapped me out of my thoughts. By the school bus, a new girl was standing there, clearly lost and overwhelmed.
Bus is full, okay?
Easy, everyone. The students settled back into their seats and I walked over, placing a hand on the girl's shoulder. I'll give you a ride home. When she looked up at me, I froze. Her face, those features, they were so familiar. I couldn't shake the weird flutter in my chest. The whole ride to Lily's house. Was this really happening? I had moved to a city halfway across the world from that old town. Was she connected to my past? To Celeste? We stopped in front of a small house tucked at the end of the street.
Thank you, miss. Mom, I'm home.
The little door opened and there she was. Older now, more graceful, but that same gentle smile I remembered so vividly.
It's been a long time.
She didn't look surprised to see me, like she already knew I'd show up one day. Had she? Has she been looking for me?
The bus was full, so the teacher gave me a ride.
Thank you, miss. I mean, Ellen.
No, I'm the one who should thank you. Thank you for protecting me that day. And in that moment, I knew after all these years, nothing between us had truly changed.
Hi, I'm Ellie, and I've got an unbelievable story for you. With mystery, suspense, and backstabbing betrayal. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. I'm an only child and I live with my mom, who is an amazing pizza chef. She has her own cookbook and a popular YouTube channel. And when I was 6, she started a pizzeria with her best friend. The two were inseparable. And Mom's friend also had a daughter my age named Gia. Gia and I couldn't be more opposite. I was shy and quiet, and she was weird and loud. But she was my ride or die friend. One time when I was in 3rd grade, I spilled chocolate ice cream on my shirt. And this mean boy in the neighborhood called me Poop Girl. The boy couldn't stop laughing.
I'm angry now!
Then Gia whistled, and a small stray bird appeared out of nowhere.
Attack, Fluffy! Attack!
The bird chased the mean boy down the street, and he never messed with me again. Gia was always there, right beside me, for better or for worse. But sometimes she could be a bit much. Since we were little, Gia was different. While I played with Barbies, she played with bugs, which totally creeped everyone out. On our first day of middle school, I wanted to make a good impression, so I spent hours getting ready. But on our ride there, Gia pulled out a huge jar of cockroaches.
Look, Ellie, my little babies are so excited. I think they'll love math class.
Maybe you should leave your bugs at home.
No way! What are they supposed to do? Crawl around in the mud all day?
Isn't that what stupid bugs do?
Don't be rude. Apologize to my babies now.
And just as I expected, all the kids thought Gia was a freak, and our first day was a total disaster.
You! Gross! She has a cockroach on her shoulder.
Actually, I have 10. Wanna see?
Gia, don't!
But of course, Gia didn't listen. She pulled her jar of bugs out of her backpack. I tried to snatch it from her, but it slipped out of my hand and shattered on the floor. Kids started screaming. The bugs scattered everywhere. One jumped on my nose. A few got caught in the cheerleader's hair, and the big one crawled down her math teacher's pants. Gia and I were sent straight to the principal's office and suspended for a week. All the cool kids avoided us after that. As we got older and reached high school, things didn't change much. The bugs stopped making public appearances, but Gia was still odd. She spent most of her time in the science lab working on secret projects, which I thought was cool, but frankly didn't help her social life.
Sniff this, Ellie.
Yuck, it smells like feet.
But how does it make you feel? Do you want to climb a mountain or run a marathon?
No! I want you to get out of my face.
Guess it needs work.
Gia always spoke her mind, and sometimes it was so cringe she had no filter. Like this one time, I went shopping with Rachel and her squad, the ultimate popular girls at our school, and I was getting along with them great. But then Gia appeared, just as Rachel had tried on this pink dress and was modeling it for us.
Isn't this per for the homecoming dance? I look stunning.
Not to be a buzzkill, but you kind of resemble Peppa Pig. Oink! Oink!
Seriously, Gia.
I was just being honest. Is it just me? Or does anyone else suddenly have a taste for bacon?
Ellie, we have to go. Your weir is freaking us out.
Rachel and her friends couldn't leave fast enough.
What's wrong with you? Why did you say that?
Forget about Rachel. She's lame and her perfume stinks. Come on, let's go down to the pizzeria and say hi to our moms.
As much as Gia drove me nuts, I couldn't stay mad at her. She made me laugh, helped me with all my homework, and when our moms were busy working late, Gia always came over to keep me company. She was like an annoying sister. The first day after the shopping disaster, my first period teacher had an announcement.
Class, we have a new student. This is Billy Fitz. He just transferred here. Make him feel welcomed.
He took the empty desk next to mine.
Hi, I'm Ellie. If you need to know where your next class is or anything at all, just ask.
Thanks, Ellie. I'll be sure to.
I did end up showing Billy where his next class was, and we hit it off after school. We had lunch at Mom's Pizzeria and talked for hours. He was super interested in everything about the school and my life. I felt so special with all the attention he was giving me. I told him all about myself, my mom, the pizzeria, and of course, about Gia.
I know this is really fast, but I saw the posters for the dance this weekend. Do you want to go with me?
Would I?
I was low, key freaking out, but I kept it chill.
Well, I was going to go with a group of friends, but I guess I can change my plans.
Billy picked me up for the dance. In this fancy car that probably cost more than my house. He was dressed like $1 million. Then he gave me a corsage and the really expensive diamond necklace. I was so shocked. I was speechless.
Sorry. Is the necklace too much? You don't have to wear it if you don't want to. It's just that when I saw it, I thought of you.
Hey guys, you think you can give me a ride to the dance? My bike's busted. I lost my bus pass. In my date, the love of my life just broke up with me.
Gia pretended to cry, and my blood boiled. Gia didn't even have a boyfriend. Just as I was about to snap, Billy said the sweetest thing.
Forget about him, Gia. I don't know you. But if you're anything like Ellie, then you must be extra special. And you deserve much better than that jerk. Of course you can ride with us.
Aside from Gia being a third wheel, the dance was pretty awesome. Billy was a dancing superstar. After that, Billy and I hung out all the time. We'd stroll in the park, go out for dinner, you know, cute couple stuff. He was the perfect boyfriend, and his father was so nice. They even came to eat at the pizzeria. Billy's dad took one bite of my mom's pizza, and he was so impressed that he wanted to invest in the business.
I tell you, this place really has potential, and I think I can make it a huge success. We can take this pizzeria worldwide. By the time we're finished, you'll be millionaires.
Millionaires? No way. You're joking?
I'd never joke about a thing like that.
Then Billy's dad dropped a wad of cash on the table, then left his business card.
Call me in the morning and we can talk business.
After Billy and his dad left me, Gia and our moms were so excited. We danced around the store like maniacs. That night, I dreamed about being a millionaire and traveling to tropical islands with Billy on my yacht. The next few weeks were a blur. Billy's dad brought in these fancy accountants and lawyers to help my mom and Gia's mom with their business plan. I even started helping out at the pizzeria after school so I could do my part. Gia, on the other hand, was named president of the science club, so she wasn't around much. To be honest, it was nice getting a break from all her silly antics. With working after school and all my homework, I didn't get to see much of Billy either. He sent me sweet texts all the time, but I missed hanging out with him. And one day, I was passing by the science lab, and I heard Billy laughing. I went inside and found him sitting with Gia. They were doing some kind of experiment with this green goo that exploded everywhere. They were laughing uncontrollably and having the greatest time.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey Elle, why didn't you tell me that Gia was so awesome?
Billy went on and on about Gia's stupid science experiment. I barely understood a word he said. I sat down and tried to help, but they totally ignored me. I felt like an idiot, and seeing them together made me jealous. I stormed off, and they didn't even notice that I'd left. A few days later, things got even worse. I texted Billy to see if he wanted to come over and watch films, but he said he was too busy to hang out tonight.
Sorry, babe. I've got a ton of homework and I'm really tired. Maybe we can hang out next week.
I told Billy that I understood and wished him a good night. It was nice out, so I decided to take a walk and get a chocolate sundae at my favorite ice cream shop. But I still stopped short in shock. When I looked through the window, Gia and Billy were sitting in a booth, sharing a banana split and laughing like a pair of hyenas. Hot rage coursed through my veins as I marched toward the door. But just as I was about to open it, I got a call from my mom. She was with Gia's mom at the pizzeria, and she was in tears.
Mom, what's wrong?
Before she could answer, the phone disconnected. I raced to the pizzeria, and what I saw next blew my mind. The sign on the pizzeria had changed to Fish Fits Pizza, and these huge, scary men were shoving all our things into a huge trash compactor. Gia's mom was trying to make the men stop, while my mom sat on the curb crying like a baby.
What happened here?
We lost our business. Billy's dad took everything.
How could this happen?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. We can't even afford to hire a lawyer to fight back. All our bank accounts are empty. We're ruined. Our lives are over.
The police showed up and arrested Gia's mom for punching one of the men in the face.
Get your hands off me. This isn't fair. It's not right.
Then Mom fainted. I called an ambulance to take her to the hospital. The doctor said she'd be okay, but they had to keep her a few days for observation. I was devastated. I couldn't believe that Billy's dad was behind this. I called and texted Billy. There had to be some explanation, but Billy didn't answer. I even went to his house, but no one was home. Mom was right. We were ruined. I was so exhausted that I went home to get some sleep. But guess who I found waiting for me on my front porch? That Batman backstabbing witch, Gia. That rage that coursed through my veins before, well, now it was 20 times stronger. I raced toward Gia like an angry bull.
You evil witch!
Ellie, you have to calm down. There's something I need to show you. It's about Billy.
I've already seen enough. I knew you were weird, but I never thought you were evil. I saw you with him at the ice cream shop.
Oh, that! It was all part of my plan.
What plan?
To save the pizzeria.
Gia led me to her house and into the basement.
Take a look. I got a toad.
He had green slime all over his face, and he smelled like a gym sock.
Gia, what the heck?
Listen up. I'm sorry for hurting your feelings with Billy, but you need to know why I did it. When Billy started hanging out with you, I started following you two, and then him.
You did what?
Shut up and listen. Billy's dad is in the mafia and needed a front to hide his shady deals and launder his dirty money. That's where our moms and the pizzeria comes in. He thought snagging the business was the way to go, and the whole thing was totally Billy's idea.
That's why Billy was hanging out with me. I feel so stupid.
Don't, Ellie. Smooth talking runs in that family. Billy's dad tricked our moms into signing over their business. Too bad for Billy and his dad that I'm not so easily played. I recorded them talking about their scheme for weeks, and I even convinced Billy to confess.
How did you get him to spill?
First, I poured my truth serum all over his head, but that didn't work. It just stunk up the place. I really should open a window, huh?
Gia, stay focused.
Oh, yeah. So, since the serum was a dud, I asked my friends for a little help. You should have seen Mr. Tough Guy crumble.
Gia sent Billy's taped confession and the rest of the evidence she found to the police. Billy and his dad had been scheming small businesses for years, but no one could ever prove it. Until now. The police arrested Billy and his dad. The movers dropped the charges on Gia's mom. Our moms got the pizzeria and all their money back. And things went back to normal? Well, kind of. After the news got out that Gia and I took down a mob boss, our popularity at school went through the roof, and the pizzeria became busier than ever. My friendship with Gia grew as strong as an ox, and eventually I didn't mind her 8-legged friends. But one thing was clear, with Gia around, my life would always be an adventure. And that was fine with me. Hi, I am Laura from New York. Please like and subscribe. When I was just 5 years old, Miss Luna gave me a piano. The very first time I touched the keys, I played, and everyone was absolutely stunned.
Laura, you're a genius. We're going to send you to the best schools, the best classes. You're going to be the best child in the world.
In an instant, my life changed. My parents shifted us to a new city, got me into a fancy new school, and signed me up for 6 hours of tutoring daily. But the problem was that I had ADHD as a kid, and it was really tough for me to focus the way my mom wanted me to. Once Mom even tried to give me pills to control my behavior.
You should take these, Laura. They will help you focus on your studies.
Okay, Mom. When she left, I threw the pills in the trash. What if she wanted to poison me? My mom made me hate studying, so I had no choice but to start sneaking out when my parents weren't looking. My little escapades were awesome. I got to play soccer with the other kids and eat all the junk food I liked. It was all going so well until one day in the 2nd grade when I snuck out to go to a soccer match. 2 big girls approached me on the street.
Hey, you give me your bag?
No way! One of the girls grabbed me while the other tried to pull my bag off my shoulder. Suddenly, our neighbors spotted us.
Hey, what are you doing?
The girls ran off in a hurry.
I'm taking you home to your parents.
Oh no, not my parents. When Mom saw me, her face turned red with anger.
What are you doing out, Laura?
Once she learned about the incident, she totally lost it. She took away all my toys and grabbed me until further notice.
Until you can learn to be a grown-up, you're not going anywhere.
I already don't go anywhere. Mom was about to slap me when Dad came between us and stopped her.
Such a rude kid.
The next morning, Mom woke me up at 4 a.m.
You're going to learn self-defense with your dad every morning and night.
But Mom, it's not even morning yet.
You start now.
I had no choice. He began to teach me kickboxing every morning and jujutsu every night. One day, I was heading to an advanced math exam. My mom had been grilling me about this paper for a year. She wanted me to rank number 1. I was on my way to the exam room when I suddenly spotted an adorable boy with glasses, cornered by some bigger kids who were pushing him around. I knew I had to go in for my paper, but I couldn't ignore this. I ran in between them. Hey, stop it!
Is this little girl here to save Devin?
This little girl will kick your big butt.
You're awesome.
Suddenly, my teacher came out of the exam room.
Miss, this girl just attacked us. She's crazy.
Before I knew it, I was being dragged to the principal's office. I already knew what would happen now. He called my parents. Mom came in like a raging bull.
You missed the exam. You beat someone up.
Mom, they were bullying someone.
So what are you, Mother Teresa or Wonder Woman? Mind your own business. How dare you ditch your exams like this?
Dad, I did the right thing. You know that. Say something. I knew Dad agreed with me, but he was just too weak to say anything in front of Mom. She signed me up for a replacement exam in 3 months and told me to get to work. The next day, the boy helped. Devin came up to me and thanked me for saving him from the bullies and asked me out on a date. My first day ever, and he was just so cute. Of course I said yes. Devin and I began dating, and I did everything I could to keep it secret from my parents. I got a secret phone with my savings to text him, and I sneak out every night to meet him. I started to think that life wasn't so bad after all. Until one day, Noah, the gorgeous soccer player for my school, came up to me during lunch.
Hey, go to the Blue Pearl Cafe at 5 p.m. Watch what happens.
What?
Just do it. It's very important.
With that, Noah walked away from me. That was so weird, but I decided to go anyway. When I reached the cafe, I saw Devin sitting there arm in arm with another girl. What? Devin kissed that girl right on the lips before she left. Oh my God. Devin, you cheater. The whole cafe turned to look at us, but I didn't care.
Laura, what are you doing here?
I'm dumping you. Just then, another girl walked into the cafe.
Devin, what's going on? I'm here for a date.
Oh my god, I exposed the truth about him in front of the girl, and she was so angry that she yelled at Devin. Just then, the manager showed up and threw us all out of his cafe. You will regret it, Devin. And with that, I ran back to school. I was going to find Noah. He was practicing soccer with the school team. I pulled him aside and demanded that he tell me how he knew about Devin.
I've seen him around with you, so I knew you were dating. But I saw him with other girls too.
Why did you tell me?
Because I kind of have a huge crush on you.
You what?
I'm not sure if you remember. We used to play soccer together before you stopped showing up for practice. I've always liked you, and I didn't like the idea of you dating that slime.
Oh my god, Noah had a crush on me.
I know it's kind of weird and sudden, but do you want to go out with me sometime?
He was so stunning, and I wanted to say yes, but I couldn't get Devin out of my head. How could I ever trust a guy again? I had to turn Noah down.
Maybe we can just play soccer like old times.
Yes, we can try that. I started playing, and it was the best fun I'd had in years. Everyone loved me and asked me to try out for the official soccer team. I cleared the tryouts easily, but I had to make sure my parents never found out about this. One day after practice, Noah came to me with a whole bunch of roses and a couple of friends playing guitars. He asked me out on a date again.
Oh my god, you're dating Noah?
I turned around to see Devin behind me, and he looked really mad. It's none of your business what I do with my life.
Tell me the truth, Laura. No one told you about my dates, didn't he?
So what if he did?
I always knew he liked you. He was always staring at you.
Go away, Devin.
Yeah, before we make you.
The entire soccer team steered him down, and he had no choice but to back off and walk away. I turned to Noah and said, I'm sorry, Noah. I really like you, but I just can't trust someone so soon.
That's okay, Laura. I get it. Come on, let's prep for the semifinals.
The semifinals of our tournament went by like a breeze. We had trained hard, and our skill and teamwork were totally unmatched. When I scored that winning goal, I literally lost my mind. The thrill and joy was too much. I wrapped my arms around Noah and gave him a kiss right on his lips. The entire stadium began to hoot at us, but I didn't care one bit. Everything was perfect until I heard it.
Laura!
Mom, Dad, what are you doing here?
Devin called and he told us everything. You've been sneaking away every day to play this stupid game.
My mom began to fight with me in front of hundreds of people. I had never been more humiliated in my life.
You're grounded forever.
Mom, the finals are tomorrow.
Come on, honey, we can't make her miss that.
Why not? She should be punished. She is a bad daughter.
To my surprise, Dad finally put his foot down. He told my mom that I was an amazing daughter and that he'd had it with her bullying. My mom went purple with rage.
Laura is playing tomorrow, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I love you, Dad. He'd finally accepted me. My mom refused to say one word to me. From that day on, I won the soccer finals 6-0, and without our knowledge, a scout had come to watch the match. They picked me up, and I got a full sports scholarship for my undergrad degree. None of my other teammates got that offer, including Noah. He got into a good college too, but it was thousands of miles away from me.
You have to take this opportunity, Laura. You're going to be great.
I loved him so much that I really tried to make it work long distance, but it just became too painful for us to keep missing each other. We had to end things, even though we still loved each other and were on excellent terms. My soccer career was thriving, and I was playing at the state level, topping every chart in the women's league. During a final match with Penn State, I fell and twisted my ankle so hard that I blacked out instantly. When I woke up, I was rushed to the hospital where the doctor told me in clear terms,
"You can walk and run if needed, but you can't play soccer ever again."
My heart was broken and it felt like my life was shattered. I went back home and my dad consoled me and supported me. My mom made a few snide comments about how she was right, but Dad chased her away.
I believe in you, Laura. We'll get through this together.
I eventually started teaching self-defense and soccer classes for little kids in my city. It was good pay, and I really enjoyed working with children. One day, I got a text from Noah, and I flipped. I didn't realize we were in the same town now. He asked to meet me for dinner, and I was shaking. My jaw fell when I saw Noah. He was drop-dead gorgeous, just as the day I met him. He wasn't here alone. Some of our friends from the soccer team were here with their old guitars. Noah had 100 roses, and he gave them to me before he asked me to be with him again. And this time I said yes and jumped into his arms. Noah and I started our lives together and eventually got married 3 years later. A year after our marriage, I became pregnant with our first baby. The pregnancy itself was a breeze. But when I gave birth to Claire, I had complications, and getting pregnant again would be very dangerous. However, I've always wanted a big family, so I adopted 3 children. In the end, our family lived happily together in a wonderful and loving home.
Hi, I'm Emery, and this is my story. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. When I was a kid, my parents always fought a lot. Mom got so fed up that she yanked me out of bed one night and snuck me out the door. Mom, I'm sleepy. I want to go to bed.
Shh. Quiet.
The next thing you know, we'd moved to a tiny apartment in a strange town, and I hated it. I screamed and cried for Mom to take us back home. Take me back! This is whack! I tried reaching out to my dad, but he was always too busy. That made me sad. But Mom found ways to cheer me up. Eventually, I got used to our new place, and hanging out with Mom was pretty cool. After a while, Mom met someone new. Soon they were married, and we moved into a new house. My stepdad was nice, but his daughter was a witch.
Hey Naomi, welcome your new mom and stepsister.
Welcome them. Dad, they're poor. Why are we keeping them here and feeding them? They're disgusting and gross.
Haha, she's just kidding. She's a little shy. She's a sweetheart once you get to know her.
Naomi was the worst. She threw ketchup in my face, turned the lights off when I was reading, tossed my clothes out the window, and stole all my toys. I tried to tell my mom what was going on.
Hey babe, we're guests here. Naomi is a bit spoiled, but we have to learn to accept her.
Thank God Naomi and I didn't go to the same school. Naomi went to an expensive school for brats, and I begged my mom and stepdad to let me stay at my old school. But a few years later, things took a turn. My stepdad's company lost a ton of money and he couldn't keep up with the bills.
Girls, money is tight, so we'll have to enroll both of you in public school.
Public school? No!
Naomi threw the biggest tantrum and refused to eat for a week. Though I caught her sneaking cookies from the kitchen at night. On the first day of school, Naomi acted like a total spoiled brat.
Hey everyone! You may see this girl talking to me, but that doesn't mean we're related. She's just our maid.
No, she's our maid.
No, she's our maid.
No, she is our maid.
No, she's our maid.
Naomi and I fought all the time. We shouted at each other in the hallway, had a food fight in the cafeteria, and one time during science class, we started shoving each other and accidentally hurt the teacher who was trying to separate us. She ended up with a broken nose. The kids thought we were insane. Neither of us had any friends. I mean, I couldn't blame them. Naomi was a crazy witch and I'm cool, but shy and weird and insecure and invisible. So yeah, after weeks of being outcasts, we grew a bit closer. Just a bit. 'Cause we were lonely, and we only had each other. Then one day in first grade, our parents sat us down to give us some news.
We're gonna have a baby.
Oh really? That's cool!
A baby? Why would you go and do a stupid thing like that?
The baby came and my parents were so happy.
A beautiful little boy.
Isn't he precious? Let's call him Sam.
I fell in love with Sam immediately, even though he was annoying. He cried a lot and peed all over the place. Naomi avoided Sam like the plague. She'd lock herself in her room and only came out to eat.
Look at his stupid, dirty face. Oh my God. Why is he throwing food everywhere?
I played with Sam every day.
You're so good with him. Honey, could you watch Sam while Dad and I run some errands?
Sure, no problem. As time went on, Mom and Dad started leaving him with me all the time. Eventually, I was Sam's permanent babysitter. When Sam turned 2, he turned into a maniac. He drew on the walls with crayons, smashed an expensive vase, and poured milk in my dad's office drawer. And they blamed me every time.
That vase cost a fortune. I'm taking it out of your allowance.
But it's not my fault.
I told you so.
Told me what?
That the brat was a bad idea. It's only gonna get worse.
And Naomi was right. One day, I had a huge chemistry test and told my parents way in advance that I needed to study. But they still shoved Sam in my face and just left. I'd had enough. I dropped Sam off in Naomi's room and headed out the door.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm done with this family. I'm out of here.
You can't just leave me with this thing.
Watch me. Look, Sammy, she has cookies. Sam grabbed Naomi and I walked out the door.
Ah, no! No, get away! Leave me alone! Help!
I hopped on the bus and went straight to my dad's. He was out of town when I got there, so his maid let me in. For the first time in a long time, I had peace and quiet. My mom and stepdad freaked out when they found out I'd left, but I refused to come back. In school the next day, Naomi ran up to me looking crazy.
I can't take it. Please come back home.
I thought you hated me?
I do, but Sam's a demon. He tore up all my clothes and flushed my makeup down the toilet.
Sounds like you're getting a taste of your own medicine. I turned to walk away, but then Naomi started bawling like a big baby.
Please, I'll do anything. Just come back home.
Okay, maybe I'll come back, but on one condition. You have to do what I say when I ask.
No way. I'm not your maid.
You won't be my maid, you'll be my assistant.
That's even worse.
Take it or leave it. Naomi reluctantly agreed. But even if she hadn't, I'd have moved back anyway because I missed my little Sam. The thought of him being ignored by my shallow parents and selfish Naomi made me sick to my stomach. I moved back in, and whenever our parents left us with Sam, I'd set up a schedule, so Naomi and I shared the responsibilities. Things were great for a while, but they took a turn. When Sam turned 10, he stole my mom's diamond ring and gave it to his classmate to impress her.
A pretty ring for a pretty girl?
Are you crazy? I can't take this.
Sam got so mad he punched the girl in the face. Then he sold mom's ring to his friend.
I'll give it to you for $50.
40!
Deal!
One day, Sam's teacher called my parents in for a meeting. Of course, they were too busy to go and sent me and Naomi instead.
We came because our parents have leukemia. Oh my god.
No, she means anemia.
No, I think I meant amnesia. They're getting old and crazy.
They're just sick, and we came instead of them. Can you tell us what the problem is?
Sam gave one of his classmates a black eye. He broke a window, and he's been terrorizing the other students.
When we got home, I went straight to Sam's room. We need to talk about what's going on with you in school.
I'm busy.
If you keep this up, you might get expelled.
Get out!
Sam slammed the door in my face. He was very stubborn, but I wanted to help him. When my mom and stepdad came back that night, Naomi and I told them everything.
It's those mean kids. They hate me. And they're always making fun of me because I don't have nice things.
Oh, darling, we're so sorry.
We'll buy you new clothes.
Then Mom took Sam on a shopping spree. I couldn't believe they fell for his act. Later that night, my parents went out of town for a business dinner, and Naomi and I were watching Avatar World videos in my room when Sam appeared out of nowhere.
Hey, stupid witches, you're gonna pay for telling on me.
Get out of the way, psycho! We're trying to watch TV!
Sam pulled out a huge jar of crickets from behind his back and smashed it onto the floor. The crickets landed in our hair and all over our clothes.
Ha ha ha! Get them, my pretties!
A couple of months later, Mom and Stepdad called us into the living room to tell us we were moving into a brand new, fancy house.
So wait, we're rich again?
Yes, we have twice as much money as we had before.
Thank God! I hated being poor.
Now I can go to a fancy college.
Only the best for my daughter.
A month later, Naomi left for college in another city. I could have gone away too, but I was too worried about Sam. So I got enrolled in a college close to home. But soon after, my stepdad enrolled Sam in an expensive private school, and he started hanging out with these spoiled rich kids. I had to make sure that he didn't get into some big trouble. In my sophomore year, I was reading in the park one day when suddenly I spotted a big dog running at crazy speed with a guy my age trying to grab his leash. His name was Alex, and he was a senior in my university. I gave him my hoodie, and we ended up talking for a while. I hadn't even realized 2 hours had gone by. Oh shoot, I gotta go. I gotta check in on my little brother.
So how? How do I get your hoodie back to you? Maybe I could take you out for dinner tomorrow?
Oh, I'm sorry, but with the university and some things at home, I really don't have time to date.
Gotcha. Well, here's my number. Just let me know where I can drop it then.
He started walking away, and so did I. But a part of me felt like I was doing the wrong thing. Hey, wait! How about a coffee tomorrow?
Sounds like a good place to start.
Alex and I started dating, and being with him just made me happy. For the first time, it felt like someone was noticing what I needed and was taking care of me. But things at home with Sam just kept getting worse. He was skipping classes and getting detention all the time. And then some creepy guys started coming around the house looking for Sam when my parents weren't home. When I asked him who they were, he just told me to mind my business. Then one night, Sam came home with a bruised face. Are you okay? What's going on?
I'm fine, sis. I can take care of myself.
Sam, I can't be your babysitter forever. I have a life of my own, and one day I'll just leave.
Then leave. My life, my choices. You can't change someone who doesn't want to change.
Then he just hugged me and cried. The next morning I tried to talk to him, but he was already gone. I'm worried about Sam. I think something's going on with him.
You worry too much, honey. Sam's fine.
Have you seen his face?
He said he got hurt during football practice.
Soon after I graduated, Alex proposed. And I was over the moon! I'd have to move out, but I would only be 10 minutes away from Sam. Not that he seemed to care much either way. And on my wedding day, Sam was nowhere to be found. I kept calling him, but I couldn't get through. And we couldn't postpone the ceremony any longer. I felt so upset that he had missed this. But 2 hours later, I finally got a panicked call from Sam asking me to pick him up from some bad neighborhood. You're not a baby anymore. You just ruined one of the most important days of my life. I've always been there for you, and you couldn't even be there for me, even today. I started to give up hope of fixing him. I was fighting a battle alone, a battle that wasn't mine, and my parents just made things worse. Sam failed high school, but my stepdad paid the school board to give him passing grades. It made me so mad, but I had no say in the matter. Then one day, the company I worked for gave me an amazing job promotion if I moved to California. It was a great opportunity, but I felt unsure. Alex supported me either way, but I tossed and turned all night, thinking about what to do, and finally called Naomi.
You've got one life, Emery. You can either live it for Sam or live it for yourself.
Sam had started interning at his dad's firm, but I observed him for some weeks and saw that he still had the same kind of friends and was still blowing money and partying the same way. And I finally made my decision.
What? You're going to California? That's across the country. I need you here, Emery.
No, not really. You only need me around to clean up your messes. But I'm done doing that. Sam, you were right. You can't change someone who doesn't want to change.
Emery, please. You're all I have.
You've got Mom and Dad, and they'll take care of you in their own way. You're their kid. I just can't be your parent anymore.
But you're my big sister.
And I'll always be there for you as that. So when you decide to fix your ways, come and see me, okay? I love you, Sam, but I'm leaving. It's time.
Hi, I'm Bella from New York. Before I tell you my story, please like and subscribe. My aunt said my parents had an accident when I was a baby. And since then, I've lived with her and my cousin Lucy. But you never guessed another kid lived in this house. All the wall frames had pictures of just Aunt and Lucy. Lucy had the biggest room, bursting with toys and books. Lucy had so many clothes she had another room as a closet. And me, well, I lived in the attic with her hand-me-downs. But I didn't care. All I ever really wanted was for Aunt to love me like she loved Lucy. So I did whatever Aunt asked me. I served her breakfast in bed, polished her shoes, painted her nails. But somehow she was just never happy. Once when I was 10, a new neighbor came to visit Aunt, and she looked awestruck when she saw me.
What a beautiful child. That gorgeous red hair and those adorable dimples.
Adorable? They're just dents in her face. Stop smiling, Bella. You look like a moron. Go get us tea.
I went to the kitchen, spat in Aunt's tea, and gave her the cup with a very serious face there. But soon after I turned 13, my whole life was transformed. One day at breakfast, Aunt was going through the mail when suddenly she spat out her cereal. Just then, I saw the letter she was reading. It had my name on it. Hey, what's that? But Aunt had already jumped off her chair and she threw the letter in the fireplace. Why'd you do that? It was mine. I saw my name.
And who would write to you? You didn't see anything.
As she stormed off, I couldn't help thinking, who would write to me? A few days later, the doorbell rang, and a postman was standing outside.
Express delivery for Ms. Bella.
Suddenly, a flying figure pushed me aside and attacked the postman. Oh my God, Aunt! I tried snatching the letter from her, but she was off with it like a bullet. What the freaking turtle? What was she hiding? I was dying to find out, but the letter stopped coming. But one evening when the bell rang, Aunt ran to open the door. And standing outside were two bodyguards with a wealthy-looking man.
Can you explain what happened to the letters and plane tickets I sent for my daughter?
Wait, what? Just then the man spotted me, and his eyes welled up.
Oh my god, you must be Bella. You look exactly like your mother. I'm your dad, sweetie.
Dad? You're my dad? Why didn't you come for me before? He tearfully explained that he and Mom had gotten divorced before I was born, and she told him never to get in touch. He found out just recently that Mom had an accident so long ago, and he tracked me down. As we hugged tight, I turned around to Aunt. You made me think he wasn't even alive. And why were you keeping the letters from me?
Because you don't deserve to go live like a princess. You should be my maid, after everything I've done for you.
Used to you? I did everything you ever asked just so you'd love me. Did you ever love me at all? Even a little?
No, how could I?
Dad told me to pack my things immediately, but before going, I made sure to rub Aunt's toothbrush inside the toilet. Then I took Dad's hand and left without even saying goodbye. We flew over to New York, and I was shocked at the size of Dad's mansion. My room was 5 times bigger than Lucy's. This was freaking awesome! As Dad was showing me around the house, I suddenly saw a tall woman staring at me coldly from a distance. Dad was married, so that must be my stepmom.
Mary, there you are. Come meet Bella.
But Mary just turned away and slammed the door behind her. Later that night, I walked past their bedroom to hear Dad and Mary talking in loud voices.
It's her first day here, Mary. Think how unwelcome she must have felt.
What about me? You just expect you'll bring a child home and I'll start loving her like she's my own.
I crept away without hearing any more. Great! Another mom figure who already hated me. When I went down for breakfast the next morning, Dad greeted me with a smile, and so did Mary.
Sorry, Bella. I wasn't feeling too well yesterday. I hope you slept well.
Yeah, as if she cared. When I asked Dad for the orange juice, Mary quickly got up to pour it for me, and she dropped the whole jug in my lap. Oh my God, what are you doing?
I'm so sorry, it just slipped from my hands.
I know you don't want me here, but you don't have to be so petty. With that, I stormed off. Her whole innocent act was fake, and she proved me right soon enough. A few days later, I was walking over to the sofa in the living room when suddenly I tripped over something. I went flying straight into this weird statue. I stared at the wreck in horror. Mary leapt up angrily from her armchair.
Oh my God! How could you be so clumsy? Do you know what that's worth?
Just then, Dad burst into the room, and behind him were some guests.
What happened? We heard a loud crash.
Oh, honey. Bella broke the statue by accident, but thankfully she's not hurt.
Dad looked really upset, but stayed silent. I couldn't stop myself, though. You were just shouting at me, but the minute Dad came in, you became an angel.
What? No, I was just shocked. I didn't mean to shout.
Stop acting, Mary. You just want me to look bad in front of Dad. I think you tripped me up with your leg.
What? You little brat. How dare you? You must have tripped on the carpet.
That's enough. In case you both forget we have guests, Bella, please go to your room.
I walked off angrily and slammed my door shut. I didn't trust her one bit. Dad got me enrolled in school soon, and I felt nervous walking into the huge building. A few kids were looking at me, and I smiled. And suddenly, a bunch of boys were surrounding me.
Oh my God, can you do that again?
Do what?
Smile, please. Smile again.
I did, and all the boys just stared at me. What was wrong with my smile?
Those dimples are so freaking cute. I could just look at them all day. Wow. These dents in my face, like boys like these.
Just then, a girl pushed through the crowd.
Get away from her, you morons. You're scaring her. Hi, I'm Nora, and I don't have a redhead in my group. You look nice and rich, so we're friends now, okay?
Well, she wasn't really giving me a choice. I was part of her popular girls gang now. I loved my new school. But it started bothering me really soon that Nora could be rather mean to other kids. I tried to tell her a few times, but she always said she was only joking. But then, one day, I walked into the cafeteria and I saw her and her friends making fun of a kid on crutches.
Hey, Limpy, what would happen if I took away one of your legs?
And with that, she pulled away a crutch, and he landed hard on the ground. Nora, are you crazy? He's already hurt. Why are you bothering him?
Oh, come on. We're just joking around.
But it's not funny. You're just being a jerk bully.
Hey, no one talks to me like that, Tomato Girl.
She pounced on me and pinned me against the wall. I pushed her back, and she went crashing straight into the chemistry teacher walking by. He dropped all the bottles he was holding, and the vile smell of chemicals had everyone gagging and running out of there. And Nora and I got suspended for a week. Dad would be so disappointed. When I went down that evening to tell him, He wasn't in his study. But I found freaking Nora poking her nose through his things. She just picked up a pen and put it in her pocket. What are you doing in my house?
Your house? You live here? Since when?
You're interrogating me, you thief. Put that pen back right now or else.
Or else? What does that even mean?
I leapt at her, trying to reach her pocket as she fought back and screamed. Suddenly, we were pulled apart by Mary and another woman.
This witch attacked me. She's the one who got me suspended too. Mom.
Bella, Nora is my guest. Her mom and I are friends. What's going on here?
I guess I just have better taste in friends than you. I brushed past her and stormed off. Of course, Mary was friends with awful people like herself. A few days later, Dad was away on a business trip, and someone quietly opened my door at midnight. To my surprise, it was Mary with a hand behind her back. What? What do you want?
Your dad told me it's your birthday, and I just came to say, well, happy birthday.
She stepped forward with a cake with candles on it. I never had a birthday cake before. I thanked her awkwardly, and she sat down on the bed.
Bella, I think we got off on the wrong foot, and I'd really like to start over. Maybe we can get to know each other better.
She looked really sincere, and I wondered if I'd judged her too quickly. Yeah, I think I'd like that, Mary. We started hanging out more, and I found myself actually liking her. She took me to lovely cafes, shows, and galleries around New York. She had the best taste in clothes, and shopping with her was so much fun. Soon after Dad returned, Mary threw me the most amazing birthday party ever. It was the best day of my life. A couple of months later, there was a dance in school, and I'd been asked out by this new boy who had all the girls drooling. That evening, I wore a gorgeous dress Mary had picked out for me. She'd even done my hair and makeup. I received so many compliments, and my date just couldn't keep his eyes off of me. We were slow dancing to a song when suddenly someone pulled the back of my dress really hard, and I heard the fabric rip. Oh my God. I turned around in horror to see Nora grinning and holding part of my dress. But everyone was staring at my back, at a long, ugly scar.
Look, Marcus. Look at that disgusting thing on her back. It's like she's freaking Frankenstein.
Suddenly, I leapt forward and slapped her hard. The only monster here, Nora, is you. I ran out in angry tears and got into my car. I didn't care if anyone knew about my stupid scar, but the only person who could have told Nora about it was Mary. She'd seen it when she was helping me try on a dress one day. I burst into the living room and started screaming. How could you be such a witch, Mary? You almost made me believe you cared about me.
What? What are you talking about? What happened to your dress?
Nora ripped my dress because you told her about this scar. Even Dad doesn't know. I only told you, and you thought it could be something you tell Nora to use against me. You're the most horrible person I know. You're even worse than my aunt. I hate you. As I cried furiously in my room, Dad came in and hugged me.
Sweetheart, there must be some mistake. Mary wouldn't do this.
She would. She did. No one else could. Don't defend her, Dad. So if Nora thought I was going to be embarrassed and hide, she was so wrong. I went back to school the next day, expecting weird looks and comments. But what happened left me shocked. The principal walked in during the first lesson and said,
"The entire class came to me this morning to complain about an incident at the dance yesterday. And there is no way that I will tolerate this kind of behavior in my school. Nora, you're expelled."
As Nora stared at her in horror, the whole class erupted into cheers and applause. This totally made up for everything. When I got home that afternoon, I heard screams from the living room. It was Nora's mom.
No one had been spying on Bella. Your stupid maid saw her scar one day and told us. And so what? My daughter played a harmless little prank, and now she deserves to be exposed, expelled, her entire future destroyed. All because of that stupid, disfigured, red-haired witch.
Don't you dare talk like that about my daughter.
And with that, Mary punched her.
Get out of my house. You are not welcome here.
However, as the butlers let her out and she went screaming, Mary suddenly saw me and I started to cry. I'm so sorry, Mary, for thinking it was you. I've had a hard time believing you could really care for me. I heard you the first day you said you couldn't love me like your own, and I guess I've been scared to love you in case you didn't love me back.
Oh, darling, I said that? Yes, because I couldn't love you right away. It was all so new for me, too. I've never been anyone's mom, but I've tried so hard to get to know you and love you. and I really do now. Bella, I love you. You're my daughter as much as your dad's now.
I love you too.
Hey friends, I'm Daisy from Betty, and this is my crazy story. Please like and subscribe. I was born to a single mom who was thrilled to see that I was a beautiful baby. Everyone at the hospital wanted a glimpse of me because my mom was a superstar ballet.
OMG, look at her eyes, just like her mom's. Gosh, her eyes, nose, lips, everything screams perfection.
Of course, she is my daughter. She can be nothing less than perfection.
Growing up, Mom wanted me to follow her footsteps and become a world-class ballet dancer. And I wanted that too. Watching Mom on the TV mesmerized me. When I was just 3, Mom hired the best coach for me, even built a dance studio in our villa. When I was 6, I won my first gold medal, and Mom made my routine even tougher. I had to wake up early and practice every day no matter what. I so hated the routine, and I wanted to be like normal kids. Have fun, have friends, and yeah, go to school. So on my 7th birthday, I asked Mom to send me to school, but she totally freaked out.
School? Gosh, among common people, never.
What? Fine, then I'll never ballet. By making me practice all the freaking time, you've already sucked the fun from it.
Saying that I threw the worst tantrum ever and ended up kicking the cake off the table. Well, Mom was pretty pissed, but I was as stubborn as she was, and I stood my ground. When I didn't practice for weeks, she had no choice but to cave in. I was pretty excited for school, but it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be. All my life, I was used to wearing shiny clothes and makeup. But when I entered the school, I felt all eyes on me. The staring and whispering really made me nervous. And I didn't even see a girl coming my way with a glass of slushie in her hand. And we both ended up bumping into each other.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. This jacket costs more than $4,000. You'll have to send it to France for dry cleaning.
Huh? This trash. Gosh, you're a rich snob, aren't you? You should thank me that I dropped slushy all over that ugly jacket. It really looks better now.
And then all the kids standing around us started to laugh. I just ran to the bathroom and washed my face and took off the shiny jacket. I so wanted to be normal. And my first day started off on the wrong foot. As for studies, I learned I had a lot of catching up to do. So I started working my butt off to be at the same level other kids were.
Come on, Betty. It's time to practice.
No, I have to figure out this math problem first.
What? That's why I was so against you going to school.
Seeing Mom lose her marbles, I had to leave my homework and practice. But the next day, when the teacher saw my notebook, she was furious and said I wasn't taking studying seriously. I was made to stand in a corner, and I so wanted to just magically disappear. Kids avoided me, and I was even called the Ice Princess just because I felt nervous talking to people. And they'd already decided I was a snob. When someone thought I was being rude, I was just struggling inside to say the right thing. Things were pretty much the same till high school. I'm dancing ballet and also studying, and because of the many breaks I had to take to compete, my studies were suffering. One time, I came back from school feeling angry because I'd gotten a C on a math test, and the moment I entered my bedroom, a crazy-looking girl hugged me.
Oh my god, stop it! Who are you and why are you in my room? Someone help me and get this crazy girl away!
But the girl just gave me a goofy smile and started saying something in a language I didn't understand. Who was she? Right then, my coach came running and moved the girl away from me.
I'm so sorry. This is my niece Gabriella from Spain. My sister sent her to me. She wants to become a ballet artist and she's kind of your fan.
Just fan? No. I am your greatest fan, you. You are like my idiot.
She means idol. Her English is not the best.
I then got to know that Gabriella was staying at our place with her aunt. But the next day, when I was getting ready to go to school, I was shocked to see Gabriella with a backpack. Turns out the coach had gotten her in the same school as me, and she was even in my class. Bummer. Because I knew how ruthless kids could be towards new students. The entire way to school, I kept telling her how I had her back.
If anyone messes with you, you tell me, and I'll tell the principal. Don't let anyone bully you.
The girl instantly grabbed my hand and started kissing it.
Oh, Betty, you're so kind. I love how you synthesize with me.
Synthesize? You mean sympathize?
Yes, that.
At school, I kept Gabriella with me. I was protecting her like a mother goose. I wasn't gonna let anyone make fun of her. But during our health education class, something bizarre happened. The teacher was giving us a lesson on how to rescue someone who might be drowning and seeing a dummy in the water. Gabriella just lost it.
I save her. Nobody panic. I got her.
But Gabriella, it's just a dummy.
No, Betty, you can't call people that word.
She then jumped in the water and dragged the dummy and performed CPR on it.
Don't you dare die on me. Don't you dare!
The whole thing looked like a scene from a movie. In the end, when Gabriella realized it was actually a dummy, she started laughing. But right then the teacher clapped, saying that she had never seen any kid take CPR lessons so seriously, and she was proud of her. What? I literally can't even. I soon realized I didn't need to worry about Gabriella at all, even though the girl seemed to have an IQ lower than a plant. All the teachers and kids loved her. And I just kept wondering how even worse it seemed like every guy in school had a crush on Gabriella. All the boys would be talking about how cute and funny she was. Every day when Gabriella opened her locker, chocolates and love notes would fall out.
Sometimes I think the school is Hogwarts.
Hogwarts? Why?
Every day I wish for chocolates and I get chocolates. Totally magical. Here, have some.
I didn't get why everyone liked her so much. One time, Gabriella and I were sitting in the cafeteria and having lunch when a guy came and sat next to me, making me so nervous that I couldn't even look up. He was the school's most handsome guy.
So I was wondering if you would like to go out with me this weekend.
I don't think so. I have to practice for a tournament. How about next week?
Oh, Betty, don't get so ahead of yourself. I would never want to date the Ice Princess. Gabriella, what do you say?
OMG, I felt so embarrassed. And when I realized that everyone was looking at me like I was some animal straight out of a zoo, I ran to the bathroom and locked myself in. I felt humiliated. A while later, I heard Gabriella knock, and right when I opened the door, she looked worried.
Oh, Betty, that was so rude of that jerk. Don't worry. I gave him a slap.
But why? It wasn't his fault. It was me being stupid. Why would I think anyone would like me? Everyone thinks I'm a snotty witch. They call me the Ice Princess. But why does everyone like you? How can I be more like you?
Gabriella smiled. Just stop caring. I know I appear dumb sometimes. Okay, maybe a lot of times. But I don't care what anyone says or thinks. Just be the awesome you. Her words warmed my heart and I hugged her. After that day, Gabriella and I started going out together. She would be with me at school and watch me practice on the ice. In a few weeks, I'm going on the biggest ballet adventure yet, and I'm quite excited about it. One time when I went to practice, I saw Gabriella dancing ballet and I was completely independent of her activities. So much so that I told her that she should compete too, and she seemed to like the idea.
Being on the same ice rink as my idol.
I couldn't help but smile. Gabriella was kinda adorable. But when Mom found out about Gabriella also participating, she went ballistic, saying how stupid I was to encourage my competition to be in the tournament. But I ignored her. Gabriella wasn't competition, she was my friend. But on the day of the tournament, something bizarre happened. Gabriella wore an exact replica of my costume.
What's this? You copied my design.
I was working on this costume for a week. We look like twins now.
It seemed odd, and when Gabriella performed, I was shocked because she wasn't just good, she was fabulous. So when it was my turn, I had to improvise and make my routine look more thrilling. When the marks were announced for the first round, I was in the first spot and Gabriella was second. But still, the press was running towards her, calling her a breakout star.
That girl! She used you. She acted all innocent and adorable. And look, she's stealing your limelight. I'm telling you, that girl is up to something, and you'll only realize it when it's too late. She's a backstabber.
My heart sank, hearing Mom's words. Perhaps she was right, but I had the second round of the tournament to worry about. Now, I went to change into my costume, and when I took it out of my bag, I saw it was torn from the middle. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And just then, Gabriella came running towards me.
Who did this? I'll kill them. Huh? Don't act so innocent. I know it was you. Just go away.
Betty, I swear.
Just leave me alone. Mom was right about you. You stabbed me in the back.
But before she could say more, I lunged at her, and right then Mom walked into the locker room with some people.
See, this is your breakout star using unfair means to win. First she copied Betty's costume and then destroyed her new one. And now she's attacking my daughter.
Well, Gabriella was disqualified right then. Thank God Mom came in right in time and she had an extra costume. So I was able to perform. In the end, I was one of 3 contestants selected for the final round. At home, Gabriella came to talk to me, but I slammed the door shut on her face. I didn't want to talk to a backstabber. Later, I woke up in the middle of the night to get some water and heard some sounds coming from Mom's room. She was talking to my coach.
You're fired. Pack up your things and get out. I hired you to make my daughter the best, not bring in a competition for her. If I hadn't taken matters into my own hands by ruining that dress, my Betty would have lost the title. Take this money and get lost.
She then wrote a check and threw it in my coach's face. What the heck? It was because of Mom that Gabriella was out of the competition. I felt horrible at that moment. I knew what I had to do. The next day, when Mom and I reached the stadium for the final round, I had a surprise for her. After the first contestant performed, it was my turn.
Are you ready? Yes. But are you sure? Never been more sure in my life. Show them what you got, bestie.
Saying that, I hugged Gabriella and took her to the stage. Watching her enter the stage at my place, Mom totally lost it and was running towards the organizers. But I stopped her and told her how I knew the truth.
You stupid girl and laugh. You have to play dirty to get to the top. So what if I played a little dirty for you? But you blew your big chance.
I don't care. I choose to play fair.
I then ran to watch Gabriella perform, and she was breathtaking. When she was done, the audience threw roses at her, and I could see tears of joy in her eyes. And I was so happy for her. It was no shock when Gabriella was announced the winner of the competition. As she received the trophy, she took the mic.
This trophy was my dream, and I dedicate it to my idol, Betty. Thank you, Betty. Thank you for believing in me. Get over here, girl.
Betty and I waved at the crowd and then hugged. It was the sweetest victory ever.
Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth and I can't trust anyone, but I have a good reason for that. Want to know more? Like and subscribe to my channel. My dad was the most special person in my life. He made my own milkshakes and taught me ballet when I was 6 years old. He always said that I must know how to take care of myself, and I think he can do no wrong. Except a day after my 11th birthday, I woke up to Mom crying. What's wrong?
Your dad left.
Like left to get some milk?
No, he left us. Look at this note. He'd been stressed for weeks at his job, and I thought he'd be okay, but I guess he wasn't. I tried calling him too, but he left his cell phone at home.
What? Dad can't leave me just like that. He tells me everything. I'm sure there are some mistakes. He must be around the corner. And I darted outside the house and started running around the neighborhood screaming for Dad, but he really wasn't around. Finally, Mom caught up to me and took me home, and I was a crying mess for days. We tried looking for Dad for weeks, but it was like he'd vanished into thin air. I was heartbroken, and since then, I just couldn't trust anyone around me. What made it worse was that Mom started dating soon after, and she had the worst taste in men. This one time, Mom invited her boyfriend over, and he ended up stealing all her jewelry. Another time, she introduced me to this guy who was arrested a week later for robbing a bank. So yeah, my home life was a mess, but at least I had school. I was a good student who loved writing poetry, and by the time I was 16, I was writing poems for a small publication and also leading the school newspaper. Life was good until this new guy, Xander, joined my class. At first, he didn't bother me at all, and always had this permanent frown plastered on his face. He hardly spoke to anyone in class, and a few times he was rude to the teacher and got sent to detention. Then one day in the gym, I was sitting on the bleachers when this ball came flying out of nowhere and hit me in the head. Ow, watch it, morons, I could have died.
But you didn't. And you're in a gym class. We're supposed to play here, not sit in a corner and sulk over a notebook. Now give me that ball.
Apologize first.
Bite me.
With that, Xander snatched the ball from my hand. I was so mad, I charged after him to give him a piece of my mind. But instead, I tripped and fell right into Rod's arms. He was my senior and the captain of the football team. I'm sorry, I just lost my balance.
And I think I lost my heart. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Sure about that? You could have a concussion. You know, we've never had a chance to talk, but I think we'll have a pretty good conversation. How about we find that out over dinner?
I don't eat dinner.
Coffee?
Nope.
Water then?
I'm late for class, but thanks for the help. And I just quickly left before Rod saw my knees shaking. I knew most girls would kill for a date with him, but all men were jerks. He sends me cakes in class and notes in my locker. And one time, he even climbed up my window. I was trying to find a way to get rid of him when my mother walked into my room.
That boy looks fancy.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not interested. He will break my heart like Dad broke yours.
And you don't know that. Not all men are the same. Now get dressed and go.
I reluctantly agreed to go out with Rod, and it wasn't so bad. He was cute and fun, and he took me to this cool pizza place. So I was wondering, you could date anyone. Why me?
'Cause you're smart, and I've never dated smart girls before.
Did you just call me a nerd?
No, I called you a pretty nerd.
You're sweet. Unlike that rude Xander, he's such a brat. You'd know him. Actually, he's on the football team.
Xander has always had temper issues. If I were you, I'd stay away from him. Anyway, let's not spoil our date by talking about him and concentrate on more important things, like me.
We ended up talking some more before Rod dropped me home, and soon after we started dating. School was twice as fun with Rod around. We'd have lunch together, and Rod would take me to these amazing parties, and things were going well. But then one day, I walked into my class and saw Xander bullying a student. I barged in and pushed Xander off.
What's your problem, weirdo? Just mind your own business.
I will when you stop treating people like trash.
I was just asking some questions about chemistry.
I'm not blind or stupid. Just get away from this poor guy or...
Or what? You'll hit me, princess?
Xander inched closer and I could feel his breath on my face. I wanted to move, but I just felt numb. And seconds later, the teacher walked in and we all went back to our seats. I tried to ignore Xander after that, but I guess luck wasn't on my side, because a week later, I was picking up a cake for Mum's birthday at the local cafe, when someone tapped on my shoulder.
May I take your order? May you? I don't remember the last time I turned around and didn't see your face.
I don't like looking at your face either.
It doesn't look like that. In fact, it looks like you're stalking me.
Excuse me. But before I could get another word out, my stomach made a loud rumbling noise. Xander's face softened and he smiled.
Looks like someone's starving.
I'm fine.
Just come with me. You can be angry while you eat.
I wanted to say no, but my stomach made another really loud sound. Xander took me to the back kitchen and quickly fixed me a sandwich. As I gulped it down, a cat crawled in and Xander filled a bowl of milk for it. I watched him play with the cat, and he looked so calm and peaceful and really cute.
If you keep staring like that, I'll get uncomfortable.
Thank you. You're good. I mean, the sandwich is good.
It's my specialty. My mom taught me, and you're staring again.
Sorry, I was just wondering. You're rude to teachers, you barely have friends, and you pretend like you're mean, but you're actually soft. You're nothing like I imagined.
You're nothing like I imagined either. Meredith, why are you with Rod?
What do you mean?
I mean, he's not what he looks like. I know it's not my place, but I don't think he's right for you.
You're right. It's not your place. And why should I listen to you? You're literally the biggest bully in school. Just because you fixed me a sandwich doesn't mean you get to comment on my personal life.
You're taking this the wrong way.
I guess I was taking it the wrong way, but now everything is clear. Thanks for the sandwich and bye-bye. And with that, I just picked up my cake at the counter and left. But I couldn't stop thinking about what Xander had said, that Rod wasn't what he looked like. I wanted to talk to Rod about it the next day in school, but he was absent. I tried calling him, but his phone was reachable, so I decided to go to his place. I was at the gate when suddenly I saw Rod screaming at some woman.
What do you mean you can't do the job anymore? Tell Xander that I still have the video proof, and I will send him to jail if he doesn't get me what I asked for.
But he's already done so much for you. Please, sir, we are poor and vulnerable, but you're rich and kind. Please understand.
Don't touch me, you filthy woman! And just tell your son that if he doesn't deliver the papers by tonight, I will show the video to my dad and have him arrested.
The poor woman fell to the ground while he just smirked and walked away. I quickly helped her up. But before I could ask anything, she started crying and ran away. What happened? Xander's mother knew Rod, and from what I heard, Rod had some videos he used to blackmail Xander. What is this video and what documents is Xander delivering? I wanted to get to the bottom of everything, so I waited all evening outside Xander's coffee shop where he worked and followed him. To my surprise, he parked his bike outside Rod's house. Xander opened the door and jumped in, and saw Xander throw a large envelope in Rod's face.
These are all the exam papers you wanted. We're done, and one more thing. If you ever touch my mom again, I swear I will bury you alive.
Don't be so mad, pretty boy. Also, we're far from done. You still have to write me that essay for my college application. Make sure it's perfect, or you know what I can do, don't you?
I've already done everything I can, Rod. Just quit torturing me.
It's nothing to what you'll go through in jail. All I need to do is make one phone call and tell the police how you stole from my dad.
Rod smirked at Xander in the most evil way, moving closer and spitting in his face. Xander lost it and hot Rod, and the two of them got into a huge fight. I wanted to do something, but before I could, the basement door I was leaning on broke, and I dropped to the floor. Thankfully, it wasn't too high, or I would have ended up breaking my bones. Both Xander and Rod looked at me in shock as I got up.
Elizabeth, oh my God, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Step away from her. She's my girlfriend.
You bet I will.
Rod tried hitting Xander again, but this time I got in the way and pushed him away. Don't hurt him.
Why are you so worried about this worm? You like him, don't you? I dated you even though you're way beneath me. You should be thanking me, but instead you're choosing him.
I'm not choosing anyone, but I do know now that I don't want to be with a psychopath like you. Rod turned to me with crazy eyes, and I thought he was about to hit me when suddenly his dad barged in.
What is this mess? Xander, what are you doing here?
Dad, Xander is a robber. Do you remember losing money? It was Xander who took it. See? I have proof. Everything was recorded on camera.
Rod's dad looked at Xander in shock as Rod showed him the whole video, and then Xander explained the whole story. Apparently his mom worked with Rod's family as a housekeeper, and he and his little sister grew up with Rod's family.
Last year my sister was expecting cancer. We really need a lot of money for treatment, but mom doesn't have it. So today, when the whole family was away, I suddenly broke in and robbed my friend of his money. But Rod found out, and since then he's had huge I put money on his college applications. He told me that you will disqualify him if he does not get into a good university. Sir, I didn't want to go to jail, so I answered as he said, but Rod's demands never stopped.
Xander broke down in tears, and I felt so bad for him. Thankfully, Rod's dad understood and forgave Xander and said he wouldn't press charges. Rod lost his mind and started throwing things like a maniac, but his father called him insecure, so they pulled Rod away. Xander helped me out and called a car for me. We waited when he finally spoke.
Elizabeth, I've never said this before because you were with Rod, but I really like you. I always have.
You're a good guy, Xander, but I can't be with someone I can't trust. You should have just told Rod Dad the truth.
I know I was a coward, but I felt I didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice. You had the choice of being honest.
Elizabeth, I
want to go. Saying that, I slid into the cab and left, leaving Xander alone. I didn't hear from Rod again, but Xander tried calling me 1,000,000 times, and I ignored him. I didn't even want to go to school and felt totally lost. I guess Mom saw that because one night she walked into my room and asked me what happened.
I loved your father, and I know you did too. He suffered some hard knocks and didn't deal well with it. And it hurt us. But that doesn't mean everyone else will be the same. Well, Rod turned out to be crazy.
And what if Xander is dishonest again?
Look, he shouldn't have stolen from Rod's dad, but he did it for his family, not out of some greed. And that says something about him. Go talk to him.
I hugged Mom and rushed to the cafe Xander worked at, but he wasn't around. Luckily, the manager recognized me from before and handed me Xander's address. I went to his place and knocked, and seconds later, a cute little girl answered the door. Hey, is Xander around?
Nope, but you can wait. Your narrative, right? How did you know? Xander told me you were the prettiest girl he'd ever seen, and you are pretty.
I didn't say that. I said she's pretty, but she's the smartest girl I know.
I turned around and saw Xander behind me. He signaled his sister to leave, and then it was just him and I.
So what brings you here? I thought you didn't want to see me.
Xander. All my life I've hated my dad for breaking my trust. It's really difficult for me to open up to people. And dating someone like Rod, who turned out to be a complete psycho, messed up my mind. And I just needed some time to figure out my feelings.
And have you figured them out?
Well, kind of. But I need you to promise that you won't lie about anything to me.
I promise. Now, can I ask you out on a date?
Depends on how well you kiss.
Let's find out.